In operating system memory management, the least frequently used algorithm, or LFU, has a single directive: identify and remove the pages that the system uses the least. While algorithms like LRU track the timeline of when a page was last requested, LFU focuses on volume. It tracks the cumulative history of accesses over time. This diagram shows a CPU actively requesting pages into 3 memory frames. The system follows a strict mathematical rule: the eviction target equals the minimum frequency count. It calculates total accesses for every page and always evicts the one with the lowest integer value. But this creates an immediate logical problem. The system needs a protocol for what happens when multiple pages share that exact same minimum frequency. Executing LFU correctly requires the operating system to maintain a multivariable state. It must track absolute counters for every page, while enforcing strict secondary tie-breaking rules for those inevitable collisions. Intuitively, retaining the data accessed most often should mathematically minimize page faults. This table compares algorithm performance against a standard reference string. Pure LFU yields 10 page faults. If we run that exact same dataset through a basic first-in, first-out queue, we only get 9 faults. This presents a tension. A sophisticated algorithm that meticulously tracks usage frequency is underperforming a chronological queue that only looks at arrival times. To diagnose this inefficiency, we have to look past the abstraction and mechanically trace how the algorithm updates its state, step by step. Here is our execution environment: a 12-step reference string at the top, 3 memory frames at the bottom, and the frequency tracker on the right. Pages 1, 2, and 3 drop into the empty frames. Because the frames were initially empty, these compulsory loads result in 3 immediate page faults. We pause the execution at step 4, where the system requests page 4. All 3 memory frames are now full. A page must be evicted. Checking the frequency tracker, pages 1, 2, and 3 all have an identical access frequency of 1. This 3-way mathematical collision triggers the secondary rule. The standard protocol for LFU ties is a first-in, first-out tiebreaker. The system looks for the oldest resident page. Page 1 entered the frames first, so it is evicted and replaced by page 4. During these early execution phases, before any distinct frequency patterns have time to emerge, LFU behaves identically to simple FIFO. Advancing through steps 5, 6, and 7, we see rapid page faults. Frequencies remain uniform, so the FIFO tiebreaker churns through the oldest pages. We halt execution at steps 8 and 9, requesting pages 1 and 2. These pages are currently residing in our frames. We register our first 2 cache hits. Crucially, the frequency tracker records these hits. The counters for pages 1 and 2 increment to a value of 2. Compare this against the baseline frequency of 1 held by the remaining pages. This increment alters the eviction hierarchy. The minimum frequency is 1, but pages 1 and 2 are now sitting at a frequency of 2. Because their historical counters have surpassed the minimum baseline, pages 1 and 2 are mathematically shielded from the next round of evictions. We advance to the final inflection point at step 12, where the system requests page 5. The current memory frames contain pages 4, 1, and 2. Cross-referencing the frequency state, page 4 has a frequency count of 1. Pages 1 and 2 hold a frequency of 2. Notice that there is no collision here. A singular mathematical minimum exists in the tracker. Because page 4 strictly holds that minimum value, the FIFO tiebreaker is completely bypassed. The system evicts page 4 without reference arrival time. LFU operates with ruthless logic. It does not matter how recently a page was loaded into memory. If its historical access volume is the lowest in the group, it is purged. Clearing the execution traces leaves us with the final tally: 10 total page faults. That is 1 fault higher than the basic FIFO queue running the exact same data. This diagram illustrates the primary cause of this inefficiency: the staleness vulnerability. Pages heavily accessed during the initial execution phases build massive frequency counters. This high number permanently locks them into memory, keeping them resident long after they become unused. This creates a secondary engineering flaw: counter overhead. The operating system is wasting vital computational cycles maintaining absolute integer counters for every single page across a massive memory architecture. In a pure LFU model, an early spike in historical success fatally transforms into a long-term system liability. To make this algorithm viable in real-world environments, engineers apply an architectural mitigation known as the aging technique. This visual demonstrates the mechanics of aging. A periodic pulse sweeps the system, systematically decreasing the counter values of inactive pages over time. This periodic decay acts as an equalizer, eventually stripping obsolete pages of their mathematical immunity, so fresh data can enter. The LFU algorithm optimizes exclusively for how often data is accessed, but remains dangerously blind to when it was accessed. Without integrating temporal decay, a purely frequency-based memory algorithm cannot adapt to shifting data patterns, ultimately bottlenecking the operating system it was designed to protect.